First reading. A reading from the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 44, verses 1 and 9 to 13. Next, let us praise illustrious men and ancestors in their successive generations, while others have left no memory and disappeared as though they had not existed. They are now as though they had never been, and so too their children after them. But here is a list of illustrious men whose good works have not been forgotten. In their descendants, they find a rich inheritance, their posterity. Their descendants stand by the commandments, and thanks to them, so do their children's children. Their offspring will last forever. Their glory will not fade. This is the word of Lord. Thanks be to God. A reading from the Gospel according to Mark, chapter 11, verses 11 to 26. He entered Jerusalem and went into the temple. And when he had surveyed it all, and it was late by now, he went out to Bethany with the 12. Next day, as they were leaving Bethany, he felt hungry. Seeing a fig tree in leaf some distance away, he went to see if he could find any fruit on it. But when he came up to it, he found nothing but leaves, for it was not the season for figs. And he addressed the fig tree, may no one ever eat fruit from you again. And his disciples heard him say this. So they reached Jerusalem, and he went into the temple and began driving out the men selling and buying there. He upset the tables of the money chargers and the seats of the dove sellers, nor would he allow anyone to carry anything through the temple. And he taught them and said, does not Scripture say, my house will be called a house of prayer for all peoples? But you have turned it into a bandit's den. This came to the ears of the chief priest and the scribes, and they tried to find some way of doing away with him. They were afraid of him because the people were carried away by his teaching. And when evening came, he went out of the city. Next morning, as they passed by, they saw the fig tree withered to the roots. Peter remembered. Look, Rabbi, he said to Jesus, the fig tree that you cursed has withered away. Jesus answered, have faith in God. In truth, I tell you, if anyone says to this mountain, be pulled up and thrown into the sea, with no doubt in his heart, but believing that what he says will happen, it will be done for him. I tell you, therefore, everything you ask and pray for, believe that you have it already, and it will be yours. And when you stand in prayer, forgive whatever you have against anybody, so your Father in heaven may forgive your failings too.